Hey guys, my name is Necro, and let's have some fun with another episode of Sunless Sea. Now, I know at the end of the last episode I had said that I was going to take some time and farm, but I was thinking about it. I think that goes against the spirit of the game. The whole point of this game is to explore and to see what you can do, see how you can survive. So I think I've done what I can as far as being safe, learning about what's going on in the area around me, learning the waters around Fallen London. And I think we're in a decent spot, so instead of farming, I think I'm going to jump right in to try and accomplish some of these objectives that we have. So, let's see here. Just under objectives here. Find your father's bones. Gator's Mourn, and the Corsair's Force somewhere not far from Home Waters. That's probably the next step we would want to do. There's also, I know there's another, because we've got this passenger. What does he want? The Gnomic Gallivant, he wants something. I know he needs to go to another, I know he wants to go somewhere else. I just don't remember where. Is he in my hold? No. Okay, okay, so we don't have anything like that. So instead, let's see. Is there anything we can sell? Oh, we can sell this bale of parabola linen. Yeah, let's go ahead and sell that just to have a little bit of extra money. What about... We got a new gun, which we're definitely not selling. I feel like there was something else we could do. Ah! The Alarming Scholar! Yes. The Alarming Scholar. We've got things. Let's keep the Strange Catch, because we do have a quest that we can use 7 Strange Catches to complete, so we'll hold on to that. The Illimitable Relic, however. This would be so terribly wasted in an ossuary. I think a Climbing Briar Rose will suit this one rather well. A Yellow Rose, perhaps? Thank you so much. Let's keep this between ourselves. Okay, so we've gained a little bit of money and increased favors. We also have the Outlandish artifacts, which we've got a couple of. 100 echoes, okay. Cool. So we're getting increased favors, and we're getting quite a bit of money. I think we've got one more. Yeah, okay. And this curio, another 20 echoes, another fragment, favors still increasing, captivating treasures. Oh! 1,000 echoes. Okay. We should have been doing this a long time ago. We're definitely ready to go out further east. A Searing Enigma. We don't have. An Extraordinary Implication. Yes, 250 echoes. That's all we have there. Z-Story. We've got 2. We're going to hang on to 1, because we never know when they're going to come in handy. Yeah. Alright. So that puts us in a much different spot than we were in before. Okay. We're actually not too far off from getting a upgraded ship. This one will move much faster and give us a bonus to mirrors and veils. But I don't think we'd want that ship. We want some sort of combat capability. We don't want to have our hull be too low. 75 is already pretty low as it is. But with that, we can definitely, at the very least, buy some more fuel. Some flares would be good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now we're stocked up. Now we're stocked up. Okay, so that was good. That was helpful. Still not entirely sure what we're going to do as far as oh yeah, the Gallivant. Where does I don't remember where he wants to go. Don't remember where he wants to go. I know we need to go to Gatorsmorn. That might also be where he wants to go. So let's just go ahead and ship out, or let's go to the docks and repair, I think. London. Dry dock. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Good enough because we're at max. Okay, yeah, that like I'm astounded that we've been so stupid. I should have been dropping stuff off to the scholar a long time ago. Oh, good lord. Okay. So let's head on and make our way east a little bit. It's probably going to be somewhere around here, Gatorsmorn, if I'm going... It's entirely a guess. But they say it's close to home waters, and I haven't seen it down here, and this is a little bit on the dangerous side down here anyway. So, let's head north, northeast, thereabouts, and see what we can come across. We've got plenty of money for fuel now. We just need to keep an eye on how much fuel we go through to get there. And we're passing Hunter's Keep, which now we know is super creepy. We have no idea where the sisters are, and the maid is all kinds of jacked up. The maid's still alive on that island somewhere. Alright, what does the Zebat see? Nothing. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antenna impertinently. Alright, let's move a little bit more northward now. A jelly flare. I was hoping to stun him. That didn't work. Ah, shit. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so that... Hopefully that gives us some supplies, which will help in the long run. Scoop it up. Oh no, but strange catch. So, also helpful. One step closer to completing that quest. Discovered crab cake. Oh, there's something. Okay, what is that? Actually, let's just do east. So let's make our way there. That's new music. And some slightly disturbing waters. Alright, there's the docks down at the south. Okay. This island makes me nervous. So what do we have here? On the horizon, a sickly yellow light glimmers for a moment, then fades. Lonely desert beach. There is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp, black earth from which sprouts stunted palms? Not quite, tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. See what awaits you. War? As you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. A literary interlude. The following is an extract from the popular diary of a sea captain from London to Irem and what we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island and subsequently serialized in the unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pigmote Island, or Isle, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. The delegation. The figures were rodents. To my left was a Radis Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the High Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, Second Chief Engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back, at precisely the same moment, with what appeared to be the ease of long habit. The guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, seneschal to our King Gracenaw, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. Okay. So I'm not ready to make a choice yet, so let's talk to the engineer first. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat. The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Cavie saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? Alright, what does the seneschal have to say? The seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess' own before speaking. Gracenaw the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak by Hound Mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance, assured shall be our glories in their fall, when our lady's eye restored to be our hall. The seneschal composed herself, then added, We saw truth and beauty by the light of our lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? Alright, well it sounds like the guinea pigs want to enslave the rats, so... my side... oh, I can attempt to broker peace. I wasn't expecting that to be an option. Let's see here. My words helped them reach an agreement. The chief engineer and the seneschal shared a look, then regarded me with scornful amusement. Yes, smirked the chief engineer. You're obviously much cleverer than us. Oh, much. Remember, the seneschal, you clearly know us much better than we know ourselves. Apparently idealism would not help here. Okay, so no, I can't do that. They just mock me. So, chief engineer it is. I extended a finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The seneschal hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance. You've made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. Fuel and supplies? Good. Chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats. Perhaps only 50 Ratus Faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light beaming out from a stump of chickenwood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow and was almost too bright to look at. By its light I could see several raised mounds of earth suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets while others stabbed sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland was a barracks where a sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously. Welcome to Murenia, said the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanished into one of the mounds and left me to explore. Let's take a look at the rat star first. Blue as a sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. It's not a star, of course, not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale, but just look at it. Look. Oh, I'm talking to somebody. I was wondering who in the world that was actually talking. Doesn't give us a name or position, though. She offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough of one of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was Sinilac, but unlike any I'd seen before, blue as a sapphire but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer, okay, tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. Those of us who've been to the cavey side of the island and lived to tell of it say that there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all round, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's center, Mount Ararat, only it's not a mountain. Of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. Visit the barracks. Approached the drill sergeant and went up so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw upon. There's more of us below ground, she explained, but not enough. The caves are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make 'em with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish, and we nibble the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own steamer, and seem to have endless supplies. We raid 'em sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to territory gained for so long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic and the Rat Star, she added thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Look at the beach. The albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy. Chickenwood flats, especially when it's dried out and sealed. so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things. Blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle. But the fishing would never be so good without the rat star. He beamed. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Alright. The bells of the War Council rang, and I was summoned. The chief engineer emerged from underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as weapons experts, strategists, and field commanders. So are you going to help us beat the cavies? He said, a hard edge to his voice. But how exactly? Okay. So my best bet is strategic advice, but even still, it's only slightly better than 50-50 odds. So, we engineered a distraction that the LBs could use to plunder the Cavy ship and turn the tide in their favor. I dressed up one of my sailors in a mess of shabby cloth smeared with prisoners' honey, and instructed him to roll around in the black earth of the island. Soon we had a glorious mud monsters and thrashing through the chicken woods toward the cavies. The distraction worked perfectly. The cavies diverted their force towards our makeshift beast, leaving the rats with very little opposition as they plundered the grounded ship. They returned triumphant, as did my sailor, laughing, having led the cavies a merry chase. Within a few hours the rats' diligence had resulted in the building of a remarkable cache of weapons with which they successfully routed their enemy. The rats, ever egalitarian, shared their spoils in addition to the promised food and fuel. We succeeded. Hail, Murinia! Your Pigmote Isle might quality is now 4, vulnerable. Civilization is 5, unexceptional. And spirit is 3, conflicted. 4 bales of parabola linen, 1 scintillac, and 10 fuel! Good God! Okay. So the house of Cavy had fallen, Murinia was triumphant, all that remained were the celebrations and the continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. Then invite our Radis Faber to join us. I will advocate on behalf of the Cavies. A grudging concession. I appealed to the chief engineer's moral fortitude and sense of fair play. Perhaps the Cavies suffered the loss of the light from the center of the island. Perhaps they were only trying to get it back, not steal it from the rats. The chief engineer looked troubled at the thought. We only wanted to be left alone, he said. He looked towards the seneschal, haphazardly bandaged among the rats, other prisoners. Perhaps further negotiation is possible. As I left, I saw the albino rat timidly offering a young Cavy prisoner a piece of fresh fish. Alright. So, it's not all lost. Chief engineer couldn't leave his colony, but he relayed my request to his people. The albino rat I saw mending nets shyly stepped forward. I'm good at fixing things, he said earnestly, and I'd like to see more of the world. I waited for him to gather up some effects and say goodbye to his family before accompanying him on board. Okay. And we've got way too much stuff in our hold. Oh, good lord. Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay, so we're not doing any more there because we don't want to waste stuff. Right now, fuel... but that... That costs like 60 a pop, so we're definitely keeping that. That's a lot of fuel right there. We don't necessarily need that. We might have to lose a lot of that fuel. No, but that's a rarity. I don't want to get rid of that either. I don't know what it's for, but I don't think I can get another one. Sinalac I know we can get. I don't think it's too terribly expensive, so we're going to get rid of that. Marrakech Marrakech box is one of a kind. We might have to hunt jellyfleurs later. Get rid of a supply. Okay. Not what I wanted to do, but... Oh, it's another mascot! Hearts 1, Veils 2, more concerned by Veils anyway. Okay. So that's... not bad. Okay. Onward we go, to our next great adventure. So we've gained another secret. Dumo Island is this way. Maybe we can sell off some of the stuff, make some money back. Oh, what is that? Nothing that we want to engage. Okay. Okay. Iron and Misery Company Funging Station. Yes. We found something we were looking for a long time ago. Ha! Oh, thank God we found this. First, let's go to the shops. Nothing that we can really sell. Okay. So let's do a volunteer. Only cost 1 echo. Port report first. Port report's important. I don't like comedians. Yes. I don't like comedians. I'm a very serious man, but we agree on one thing. Timing. That's why I'm breaking into the Factor's home, and why I need you to distract him until I've found a special itinerary. It just so happens that you bump into the Factor on his walk home. What a happy coincidence. You couldn't possibly manage his entire picnic basket by yourself. Overjoyed to have company, he joins you on a bench for the next hour, merrily eating sandwiches. You take your leave once you've seen the Gallivant pass by. Back on your deck, the Gallivant laughs jovially. His rubies wink in the light. Iron and Misery will be sending a representative to the contest in Port Cecil. There's a full itinerary for all of the events, tailored for every attendee. I have the Dictator's moves mapped. Chess tournament in Port Cecil. Okay. Let's have tea with the Factor. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle. An expanse of green and sour gold, the air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the factor's good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the sea of lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderbite where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbite, I know. I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of bulgus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff I fear that I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat a rather lot of it first. Okay, so we know of a fine restaurant in Venderbite. We've gained supplies. Anything else that we can do here? No. Okay, so our hold is full. Let's let him go away before we launch. I don't know if he's going to. We might just have to sit here a while. That's a big light. What is that? Oh, that's from the big lighthouse over that way. Because we're still really close to London, actually. No islands in range. So what do we have around here? Let's make our way down as far south as Visage, I think. Just to make sure we've cleared this entire quadrant. Gator's Morn. I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, though. Well, we did find Demo Island. The Salt Lions. Lions, not lions. A jelly flare. Alright. So here we are. We're finding all kinds of new things here. All kinds of exploration. Big nasty monsters, though. So what have we got here? Alright. No shops. Carry Sphinxstone to London. We can't do. We don't have the cargo space. Visit the Unmakers. Muscular pick wielders. Rest on camp stools, watching you approach. Passing up flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Let's just do the port report. Yeah, because there's nothing. I can't sell anything here. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our way down, Visage, Isle of Cats, Port Cornelian, and then make our way back up on the nice side of the water. Oh, nice. As nice as the Untersee gets, at least. Oh! Big ship. Big ship. We might be able to take them, but I'd rather not try it. No islands in range. So let's make our way back to Visage. We probably would want to go ahead and upgrade our ship to something with a larger hold before we try and go too far east. There's Flourishing of Years, our old friend. A sailor has grown fretful and disobedient, reluctant to go on deck, even in port. There's a white sea bat watching me up there. Salt's messenger. Salt's got its eye on me. I'll never see home again. If the bloody thing is frightening your bloody crew, you'll bloody well settle its hash. Boom! It sees your intention and spreads its wings to flee, but your shot catches it, and it falls to the deck with a broken fluttering. You cross the deck to collect the pale corpse. Your crew are utterly silent. No one catches your eye. Salt's curse lies on you. We have a hunting trophy. Ah, shit. Fuck. Fuck. No shops available. Let's create a port report. Go ashore. Is there anything we can do? Yes, check in. Locust mask. Is it the Library of Parts? While they're looking, you can be acquiring. And that sounds like a locust. You succeeded. You've gained 1 expertise in parts and 10 fragments. Alright. Trade masks again. So we've done all this. Bring a foxfire candle. The gift is suited to him personally. One can see this by the way that he hesitates regretfully before he performs the rejection that etiquette requires. It was thoughtful, but it is not the gift of moth to cobra. Therefore, wrong. Alright, let's try again. So, okay. We know the rats he gives to the cat. We know the poem is more fitted for a bat to give and takes some convincing. Candle is not suited. Honeycakes. He accepts. He approves. Ding, ding, ding. The cakes are placed on the front table of his receiving room so that the other guest may observe and appreciate the correctness of your gesture. You are permitted to stand to one side and to watch the others arrive, but there is no one whose gift supplants yours and the place of honor. Not even the gift of a preserved lark, frozen in gelatin with a bubble of song rising from its open beak. When you depart the chief geometer's house, he presses on you a prediction, that one day when you have most need, the earth will swallow you in one place and spit you out in another. It is, of course, only a ritual saying. Very nice. Okay. So let's go to the side of the face. Up on the hillside, the buildings become scarcer and then vanish entirely, leaving you looking at the bottom of a great chen. No! No, we're not defacing. Offer instruction to the frog that found its way up here. That's the sort of thing your moth would have done to you. True, but we only have a 33% chance of success. We'll meditate. Intriguing snippet. The citizens give many meanings to the face. Perpetual beauty, stasis, the idea of looking upwards into an unyielding darkness, but most of all they speak to the idea of someone above looking down. The face is not convenient to view from down here. It would look its best from the perspective of the ceiling of the uncharted beyond reach. Alright, well we're going to end our performance. We've lost some terror. Alright. Well, he's not going to leave us alone for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this episode, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And as always, suggestions are welcome. So if there's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys next time.